Maybe we could start this off. I'm talking with Susan Brandt. She's here from the Hobby Industry Association. My definition of hobby seems to be narrow. Reading, I don't consider it. I don't consider listening to music, watching sports, or even something like jogging. I don't think of them as hobbies. Sometimes hobbies, I think you have to put your mind into it as well as your hands. Am I being a little too fastidious here?
Well, according to the dictionary, you are, yes. A hobby is a leisure time activity. What I'm mostly concerned with are crafts. And of course, crafts have to do with being creative and have to do with the hands.
Are we a little slow, Americans, in getting involved in hobbies? I know I've lived other parts of the world where, boy, if you don't have a hobby, you sit and talk with people at dinner and they ask you what your hobby is, and if you don't have a hobby, it's like you're uncultured or you don't have a very good life.
I think there are parts of the world where everyone has a hobby, and I don't think that's necessarily true here. But surprisingly, or I shouldn't say surprisingly, we are way ahead of the world when it comes to crafts. I mean, more than 4 out of 5 households in the U.S. have someone who does a craft.
Okay, tell me about some of the things that are gaining popularity.
Anything to do with home dec, anything you can do in the home, whether it's stenciling or rubber stamping or some kind of a faux finishing, ways to personalize your home and make it yours. Real big. Yeah,
I guess there's an economist who calls that a prosumer. Both a producer and a consumer. You consume what you're producing. It helps the value of your home, and I guess it satisfies a certain
Absolutely. Makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It really does make you feel good. Anything to do with kids, of course, and you're going to see something later. Mimi is going to show you something for kids, real hot, and something called scrapbooking.
Scrapbooking. I can only guess, but tell me more about it.
Personalizing scrapbooks, whether you take it as an autograph book, whether you make it a book of photography, just books of memories that people are taking, personalizing them, putting pictures, doing them for friends.
Okay, so I can throw the pictures in. I understand that.
Right.
What else are you talking about?
Well, it's great for the industry because it uses all of the elements of crafts. You can use ribbon, you can use beads, you can use paint, you can use rubber stamps, you can use anything you want to personalize it and make it yours. Things that mean things to you.
Yeah, I guess we always think of photographs and occasionally maybe a rose from a prom way back when, but you're talking about baseball tickets or rock concert tickets?
Absolutely.
Okay, what do you think, if I need to get involved in something, I want to do something with my hands, what do you suggest for me?
I suggest you go to your craft store, frankly. Go to your local craft store. You're going to have classes, you're going to have books. March is coming up. It's National Craft Month. For National Craft Month, the stores are going to be going all out with contests and classes in celebration of crafts. So that's where I would start.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too involved. I'm admiring your little choker there, or whatever you want to call it. It's great.
Thank you.
Is that something you or a friend of yours made? Or?
No, it's something that it was handmade,
yeah,
but not by someone of my acquaintance. I wish I could say I had made it.
It's fabulous. I'm thinking, well, I could jump right into that, couldn't I? I should start with something a little less demanding, I would think.
Yes, most likely. Okay. But there are a lot of crafts that demand absolutely nothing of you but putting a few parts together and yet getting something that makes you feel good.
Speaking of that, Lisa LaRocca is standing by right now, and she's with Mimi.
She's with Mimi Hutzer-Fagan, yes.
Okay, Lisa, take it away. Show us what you've got going.
Okay, well, Mimi has some wonderful things here. Now, you're a member of the Hobby Industry Association, is that correct? And beads is your
Yes,
company.
we're a manufacturer of plastic beads, and we also have done a lot with kits this year for children. That's a big category for us. This is one of our lobster kits.
Yeah, this is really neat. Now, talk a little bit about this.
Well, you just simply apply your beads to your chenille stems, and using the step-by-step directions on the kits, you would work up until pretty soon it looks like a lobster.
See, now I look at this and knowing I have no artistic, ability at all, and I said there is no way that I could ever make something like this. Is it easy to do?
It's easy to do. Okay. We've done the artistic part of it by designing it. You have to just follow our directions.
Okay.
Okay. We sell other items too. We've put a lot of children's beads into bead boxes.
Right.
So you've got an assortment, or the children have assortments of beads to work with, including their strings.
Right. And the beads were popular. I remember as a kid beads being a popular thing at camp, going to do arts and crafts. So this is something that's really been around for a long time.
Oh, sure. Yes. Okay. We've been in business, I think, 64 years.
Wow.
Manufacturing beads. So it's been a while.
Now, also we have some other things aside from beads. beads?
Home dec is very important in the craft industry right now. So this is a product that we also manufacture. And to this product, it's called an adornable. What you can do is just about any craft that you want. If you're into needlework, you can put needlework on your fabric, mount it to the
We have one
box.
right here. I don't know if we can get a shot of that, but this is beautiful. This is all needlepoint here, right?
This is called ribbon embroidery, actually.
okay.
So you can do cross stitch, needlepoint, ribbon embroidery, many of your soft crafts.
Right.
This type here is what we call cut, paste, and assemble.
Okay, here's
You're
another
just
one.
doing
This is beautiful.
using many products, trims, and pre-made roses from the craft industry and gluing them on.
Okay, so now you're going to show me how to do this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do we do?
What we're doing here is we're using a paint that's a glossy paint.
Okay.
And we're doing a faux finish on the surface of the box.
Right.
There you can take the sponge and you're just going to pat it on your adornable until you get a
Just kinda
speckled.
pat it on.
Sure.
Okay, now this is a piece of an actual sponge.
Yes, it is. It's a
Okay.
sea sponge.
So just kind of
Sure.
all over.
You can do it all over. So you
Okay.
can see that very soon. That's probably about enough.
Okay.
You could have gone over the edges, as you
Oh,
can
okay.
see on this one.
Right.
We've completely covered it.
Right.
That dries very quickly. It's a
Okay.
water-based paint.
Now, okay, mine doesn't look as good as that. Is
Well,
that because it's not dried yet, or?
Well, you've just gone a little heavier with the paint. A
You
lot
see
of
what I mean?
well, that's okay. A lot of people do like the surface looking more speckled than I have mine.
Okay.
This is a personal preference, a personal choice, so
Right.
that's fine. Once your paint has dried, you would then put one of these charms on the box using a hot glue gun.
Okay.
And finishing the box by just adding some trims, again using the glue gun.
Now, where do you find these things? In any arts and crafts store? Is that the best place to look?
We have them in arts and crafts stores, yes, your local stores, and we've also got our kits and bead boxes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mimi. And you know, there are so many other beautiful things here. I think we're going to get some shots of here. Lobsters, if you can see. I love the octopus.
Isn't it
The octopus
wonderful?
is great, and we have lobsters. There's also some, I think, seahorses over there. Beautiful stuff. And easy to do, the starfish. And this is all done, you have it's wordless instructions. You just kind of
Yes.
follow the pictures.
Right,
So
right.
anybody can do it.
That's right.
Okay, thanks very much, Mimi. And just a reminder, March is National Craft Month, so get out there and get creative. Stay right there. We'll be right back with more of Daytime.